Hello everybody. This video I will show you the basic setup of a mesh software before you use as the planning or the schedule for your project. So it's like normal software or the software that before we use we have to set up the job reference or the option of the software to set up and make it easy for us to use for our project. And this software also I will show you for how to set up the basic of the software before we use to do as the planning or to do as the schedule of our project. Okay, so I will go straightly. We go to file and then we go to option. In this video I will just mention only the main point. For the rest I will keep as the default of the software. I will mention only the main point that everybody should know before we use the software. So first one I will show you in the general of this software. So for the general one I will mention for the date format. For the date format there are so many formats in this, so you can select whatever you want or whatever as your manager, as your company need to show, and whatever that you easy to read. This is as per what you need. So for me I will just put like this, January 2809. So it's easier for me, and you can change later when you want to change. Okay, for the general I will show only this. Next one we go to display. For display there are two things we should note. One for the calendar tab. Calendar tab there are three. Gregorian calendar, this one it show, I can say like the standard calendar, and for this one it like normally it if you want, okay, if I change you will see at this side. So I will go again to the option. So normally this one we use the Gregorian calendar, and the Thai Buddhist calendar you can use normally like Thai people they prefer this one because they recognize that one rather than the Gregorian standard or this standard calendar. Okay, so I will choose the Gregorian calendars. The next one for the currency you can select your own currency or your US currency based on you, and here's decimal. You can choose 0, 1 or 2 based on you. It depends on you. And next one go to schedule. For the schedule it normally what we should know only this thing. This thing the start date you can change as what your project require. For example, some project they require start work from 7 a.m. or 7:30. So it depends on you. You can change it to 7 or 7:30 a.m. and complete whenever you want. You can put here. And for the hour per day, normally I'm sure every countries will refer 8 hours per day for the law of the work. After that, for the hour per week, so hour per week, that means to say if you work 5 days per week, it equal to 40 hours per week. If you work 6 days, that means to say 6 multiply with 8, it 84 hours per week. And days per month, so it I consume that 30 days we minus Sunday with 4 weeks, so it will 4 days, so I put 26 days per month. Sorry. Okay, so next one what I want to mention you is this one. New task created. So new task created, there are two types of this one: manually schedule and auto schedule. For manually schedule, that means to say when you create new task or new activity, after you link to the existing activity, it will not automatic move. Your start date, finish date will not automatic move. So for next one, auto schedule, that means to say when you create new activity, after you link to the existing one, the start and finish dates of new activity will move automatically based on your link. So for this case, I recommend to use auto schedule. And for project start date, okay, so you can choose project start date or current date as a reference of the project start. So for duration, I will keep the same as default. Only this one, default text type. There are three for this one. One for fixed duration, one for fixed the first one unit, second one fixed duration, and the third one fixed work. For this one, they are different meaning, but I'm sure in the construction planning or construction industry they refer fixed duration. What does it mean? It means if you have work, you know when it should be complete, because we have the contract with our client. So we have, when you create the planning or schedule, you need to assign the duration. So after you assign the duration, you have to link all the activity. So after that you will see when it start and when it will finish. So after you see that, you will go back to your tender or your contract with your client. So the final date of your planning, it met with your contract or not. If it's not met, you need to adjust the duration. So in this case, that's why I mentioned we should use fixed duration, because after you use this, you just change the duration of those activities, so the finish date will move back or forward. Okay, so the rest I think we can keep as default. So I will mention only those things. After that we go to briefing. I don't see any concern point, so I will go to save. Also save, I will not mention. Language, I will not mention. Add one. In the add one, I will mention, okay, earn values method. There are two types of earn values method: 1% complete and one physical percent complete. What are different? The first one, for example, if I have 100 square meter of masonry work and I assign 10 days to do that work. If I already done 5 days, that means to say my progress already 50% progress. This is based on percent completion method. But for the physical percent complete, it is different. The same example, if I work for 5 days but I complete only 40 square meter of masonry work, that means to say I have complete only 40% progress. So what should we select for the planning in our construction planning? I recommend to use physical percent complete, because in reality, uh, It doesn't matter how many days you already done based on your baseline duration, but you need to calculate your progress based on the complete quantity. It's not duration left. So this one, like I said, I recommend you to use physical percent complete. Okay, so the rest one or this one also, if you want to set it something like, okay, if normally we have in our program we have critical part, or we can say critical activity, so you can set like if the slack or the free slack less than 5 days, we can consider as critical part, or if you can say okay, zero consider as critical part. So in this I will put zero for the critical part, and the rest I think it's that's fine. This one nothing, this one nothing. Okay, so I will complete for this show, because if you see from the start, we have the general, we have display, we have schedule, and the last one we have add one for what we should concern. So like I told you before, in this show I'm not recommend you to use the same what I said, but it depend on you, it depend on your manager, it depend on your project want to show what. So this is it refer on you. I just show you how to change, how to set, where should I find if I want to change this. I just show only that. So it finally depend on you how you want to show. It's not depend on what I show you. You must do the same as what I said. No, it's depend on you. Okay, so I will complete this video now. So I hope this video will help you guys for your improving, or for someone who want to learn this software, start new learning, or I hope this video will help you and guide all of you. Thank you for your watching, and I hope to see you for the next videos. Thank you.